Maybe I use brass knuckles, but hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Am I right, Ryan Garcia? hey, but I'll tell you this.
The dark always comes to the light.
What you do in the dark comes to the light. And ain't nothing funny about what the Garcia team and what Ryan Garcia then did. Repercussions and ramifications.
Finally, it's been confirmed that Ryan Garcia's doping allegations are actually true, and he tested positive for PEDs. And many boxing professionals who have lined in support of him have now turned their backs. You can guess who. His old foes have also used this opportunity to fire him again. It came as a shock to many boxing fans and professionals after one of the biggest fights of the year, dubbed as a Game of Seven, suddenly took a U-turn from being a celebrated statement victory for Ryan Garcia to being a spectacle of doping allegations. However, there was already an asterisk next to that victory after Garcia badly missed weight ahead of the bout. But things have continued to get worse for him after a second positive test.
Very serious, and I'm still passionate about it. I'm still working behind the scenes against it. So there's a time and place for everything. This is not something they play with, bro. They're trying to say I'm a cheater, bro. I've never.
He first missed his chance at being a world champion, and now he's missing his chance to extend his win and even continue fighting for the meantime, as a severe punishment is likely to follow this. But following his repeated denials and trolls, many boxing professionals have reacted to his antics and slammed him for deceiving his supporters all along. In fact, many went as far as blasting Gervonta Davis for supporting a cheat, claiming the point isn't taking it knowingly or not, but that such substance was found in one's system. Ryan Garcia shocked the boxing world on April 20th when he dropped Devin Haney 3 times en route to a majority decision victory. The fight was originally planned as Garcia's first shot at a world championship, as well as an opportunity to prove he could hang with the sport's elite after getting dropped twice and stopped by Gervonta Tank Davis in 2023. 2 judges scored the fight 114, 110, and 115, 109 for Garcia, with the 3rd judge scoring it a 112 draw. Garcia defeated Haney by majority decision on April 20th, but he wasn't eligible to win the WBC super lightweight title after missing weight by 2 pounds. Haney initially called for a rematch in a fair fight within an agreed weight, but he changed his stance in the wake of Garcia's positive drug test because of how dangerous it is to step in the ring with an opponent who could potentially be doping. On Thursday, the lab results for Garcia's B sample came back with an adverse finding for the banned substance PEDs, according to multiple reports. This came after Garcia reportedly failed a VADA test administered ahead of the fight. VADA tested Garcia the day before and the day after the Haney fight. The Voluntary Anti-Doping Association sent a letter sent on May 1st to all parties involved, informing them that Garcia's urine test collected the day before and day of the fight tested positive for PEDs. Veteran boxing reporter Dan Rafael was the one who reported Garcia's failed test on May 1st for PEDs. Rafael noted that Garcia tested positive on April 19th, the day before the fight, and on April 20th during his post-fight evaluation. ESPN then reported that they had obtained a VADA letter confirming the situation. Per ESPN's Mike Coppinger, Garcia formally requested his B sample to be analyzed. His attorney, Darren Chavez, told Coppinger the sample would be opened and analyzed on May 22nd, with Chavez present to witness the examination. Coppinger reported on May 14th that Haney sent a letter to the New York State Athletic Commission formally requesting his loss be overturned to a disqualification stemming from Garcia's failed doping test. And now, per boxing insider Dan Rafael, Garcia's B sample matched his original sample as being positive for the performance-enhancing medications PEDs. In response to the B sample coming up positive, Garcia's legal team put out a statement noting that Garcia voluntarily submitted to hair testing, which came back negative, and claimed that this was proof any PEDs in his system was there as a result of supplement contamination and not advantageous for Garcia. To these claims, Devin Haney responded, questioning the validity of his voluntary test. Ryan and his team knew he would test positive. That's why they did a BS hair test on their own. Who really knows if they did it?
Already built in. His brother was like, oh, he's gonna test positive for PEDs.
Bro.
How the would you know that? Come on now. They trying to play me, trying to take my.
Haney's team has already lobbied for Garcia to be disqualified retroactively in an 8-page letter sent to the New York State Athletic Commission, and given the B sample failure, a formal appeal is likely to follow. But Haney's issues are not only with Garcia, they're also with Garcia's promoter, Oscar De La Hoya. After tweeting about Garcia, Haney then turned his attention to the head of Golden Boy Promotions, saying De La Hoya is avoiding him and suggesting that he has not been compensated appropriately. Oscar Dumbhead hasn't answered the phone for weeks. Fool, I'm calling about my money, Devin Haney tweeted. After the second test was confirmed positive, Garcia took to his X account and once again continued his erratic behavior in response to his failed B sample result. As mentioned, Garcia has quickly taken down the posts. I don't care, I'll never make money again with boxing, Garcia wrote. Your loss is not mine. For setting me up, Lowell joke on you all. Garcia even poked fun at the situation with this doozy of a tweet. I will swallow all the PEDs, Garcia wrote.
Me, Ryan, coming on here to explain what's going on. I'm not in possession of my phone. I can't get access to my Instagram. My cards are locked. And I'm just being real, I'm being real taken aback.
Potential punishments for the failed tests could include a suspension, fines, or having the fight result overturned to a no contest. While the commission has yet to announce a decision, the result of the fight will be changed either to a no contest or a disqualification. A disqualification win would allow Haney to retain his undefeated record in professional competition 32-0. A no contest would keep him unbeaten in 32 professional bouts.
Being real taken advantage. And I personally wanted just to send out a video to the people that love me and my fans and family that's concerned that
Garcia reacted to the news by writing, I freaking love PEDs, in a since-deleted social media post. He followed it up with a toned-down post reading, No babe, after a social media post featuring 3 crying emojis and LOL. Garcia briefly went live on X. You guys can see fake news, Garcia said earlier this month. Fake freaking news. Don't believe these freakers. I never F-King took a med in my freaking life. I don't even know how that shit. It's the weirdest shit ever. Supposedly they had it already, but they released it after I won? It makes no sense. I tested the day of the fight. Nothing. Somebody paying somebody. In another video posted on X, Garcia denied that he did anything to cheat. Everybody knows that I don't cheat, never taken a med. I don't even know where to get them. I barely take supplements. Big lies. I beat his head. Garcia had reportedly been cleared previously of a separate potential positive test for the 19-norandrosterone metabolite, which derives from the banned substance nandrolone. The 2 positive PEDS tests are likely enough to impact his career. Garcia spent the build to the fight engaging in bizarre behavior, which included ranting on social media about various conspiracy theories, claiming to be in possession of proof of aliens. After the win, Garcia claimed this was all part of an elaborate plan to troll boxing fans, media, and Haney and his team. Were that the case, the plan appeared to work perfectly as Garcia pulled off the biggest win of his career. With the test samples coming back positive, however, the result of the fight may be overturned to a no contest. Of course, Garcia missing weight by more than 3 pounds meant that Garcia was ineligible to win Haney's World Boxing Council Junior Welterweight Championship. And following news of a second positive test, King Ree has been largely criticized in the boxing world for his erratic behavior online and not taking ownership of the positive test results. Expectedly, you'd expect that a woman responds first to Ryan Garcia's downfall, and a woman actually did. And it was Claressa Shields who's been making headlines alongside Ryan Garcia for the funniest reasons. Following Ryan Garcia's positive test reveal, she took to X to send him a cryptic message, a message that would silence him from coming for her ever in his life. She tweeted alongside a funny sticker, well, that concludes it. Since his fight against Haney was announced, King Rye has linked himself with numerous women, some famous while others relatively unknown. Yet each instance seemed orchestrated solely for the purpose of trolling, a strategy Garcia now aims to spotlight by directing his focus toward Shields. Turning to X, Claressa Shields shared a screen grab of her text exchange with the Victorville native.
Baby girl, hold up, I'm talking to my wife, bro. Clarissa.
Ryan, you're full of shit.
I just tweeted you a video.
Hey, Clarissa
Ryan,
is my
you're full
Adrian
of
to the
shit.
Rocky. Clarissa is my Adrian to the Rocky.
She explained, "Boy oh boy, I ran 6 miles yesterday, did 100 wheel rollers, trained my SCOC boxing kids, then I woke up to stuff like this. Ryan Garcia and all I'm doing is minding my business."
She's the best
Y'all
woman of all
are-
time.
Yes, I am the greatest woman of all time boxer, but Ryan,
But what about
shit,
me? I'm the
where
greatest
does
man
this
fighter of
come-
all time, so come on, talk to me, baby.
Ryan, where did this come from, my friend?
I just woke up and
Meanwhile, in the texts, Garcia seems to have sent the initial text saying, "If we had a baby, the baby would be superhuman." To this, Shields maintained her polite demeanor as she responded, "You need help, Ryan," referencing Garcia's extensive erratic behavior online. But, of course, the Flash wasn't going to let up.
talk to me, baby.
Ryan, where did this come from, my friend?
I just woke up and I just realized, yo, we would make a superhuman. Why not?
As he continued his chain of messages, he wrote back, "I'm just saying though, whatever, you are a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. I'm the best fighter to ever live." While Garcia has taken to texting Shields now, the two weren't on great terms just a little while back. When Shields spoke out against Garcia after the adverse findings, it was Gervonta Davis who supported Garcia. This seems to have rubbed Shields the wrong way, who then got into a verbal spat with Davis. That's when King Rye suggested the GOAT should go out on a date with Tank Davis. And boy, did this elicit a massive response from Shields. Later that day, the former Olympic champion turned to X, proposing a fight against Garcia. She wrote while sharing a picture like she was going to have a fight against Ryan Garcia. "Run it at the rate Ryan Garcia, you think I should date the woman beater and I think I should kick your head for thinking that," as she roped in Davis's domestic violence cases. Well, while Claressa Shields slammed him, you wouldn't expect silence from Ryan Garcia's #1 advocate, who has been doing a more prolific job than his lawyers. Gervonta Tank Davis quickly took to X to counter news of Ryan Garcia's failed test by attempting to implicate Devin Haney. He shared a video showing some boxing statistics of Devin Haney with the caption, "Devin Haney exposed by the California State Athletic Commission." Devin Haney has been rehydrating illegally over 18% since he got the 135 World Boxing Council belt.
Taporia, Volkanovski, Paulo Costa, Jeff Neal. We get down to boxing. Magayaso versus Figueroa, that bout would have been canceled.
Also, Gervonta Tank Davis, who stopped Garcia in 7 rounds last April, had earlier put out a series of tweets appearing to defend his former rival and hit out at Hearn, who did not promote the fight but is a part of Haney's team and was at the fight in Brooklyn. In a now deleted tweet, the 29-year-old wrote, "They are doing anything to take the win from Ryan. If that's the case, banned Eddie Hearn's Silver Poon ass." Logan Paul, who had Garcia in mind for trolling him and his drink brand Prime, was also quick to troll the boxer on his Instagram story with a series of tweets, with a picture carrying the news of Garcia's failed test, with the caption, "Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater." He then posted next a swollen and hefty picture of Ryan Garcia with the caption, "King PEDs." He then put out another statement on X with the caption, "PEDs Garcia," saying, "Wait, so Ryan Garcia, influencer boxer who lies about everything, who thinks the earth is flat, who's an alleged pedophile, who weaponizes Christianity, tested positive twice for a banned substance."
Yes, maybe I use brass knuckles, but hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Am I right, Ryan Garcia? hey, but I'll tell you this.
Well, it turned out Logan Paul had Ryan Garcia in mind for defaming the hydration drink brand he represents, Prime. And he even went ahead to send Ryan Garcia a lawsuit, posting a video again, "I don't even know what you're talking about. You don't have my number, I don't have your number, but you continue to lie. This is why we're suing you for defamation. You're so stupid. The business is not just me, so we're not gonna let you come in here and damage the company for attention." He then followed this up with a picture, showing he went live for a verbal battle with Ryan Garcia, but Kingery gave no response. Quickly, Bill Haney also came on an Instagram live session to troll Ryan along with 2 kids, saying, "Cheaters don't prosper. What you do in the dark comes to the light. There's nothing funny about the Garcia team and what Ryan Garcia did. Repercussions and ramifications. And yeah, you don't violate. You don't violate no Haney and expect. We signed up for a fair fight and didn't get it. He's a cheater. You know, while he's speaking about that, he's running from the elitist and he's doing stuff to protect the kids."
Ramifications. Yeah. You don't
31 and 0.
Yeah, you don't violate no Haney and expect. Yeah, we signed up for a fair fight and didn't get it.
Meanwhile, using PEDs and openly, while his fans claim that's cool. That's not cool with the kids. You know, everybody else, make sure to try to keep the sport clean. And we're going to do what we can to bring some closure to this very bad thing that the Garcia team did. The kids then took turns to say, "What about all the kids that want to box?" They look at Ryan Garcia. "Oh, we can use PEDs. Let's try it." Don't use PEDs, kids. Don't be like Ryan Garcia. He's a bum.
Yeah, you don't violate no Haney and expect. Yeah, we signed up for a fair fight and didn't get it. Yeah.
Cheater. He's a cheater.
He's a cheater.
Matchroom promoter Eddie Hearn also weighed in on the news about Ryan Garcia testing positive for banned substances for his fight with Devin Haney and the reaction he has along with his fighter Haney. Responding to a reporter, Eddie Hearn said, "I woke up to missed calls from Devin and a text saying, 'Call me ASAP,' and spoke to him. And he's devastated because it's very difficult for him to overcome the loss, but particularly difficult now to take the loss when he was 3.5 pounds over and a loss that he fought a man who had performance-enhancing medications in his system."
It was funny the other day. I actually received a result the same day or 2 days after this all came out. I received a negative test result from Joe Caldina, right? From April the 20th, which was actually the same day. But people think that...
I believe everybody should have the right to protest their innocence. Unfortunately, in this situation, it's guilty until proven innocent. I've been there, right? But one thing we 100% know in this situation is that when he entered the ring, he had performance-enhancing meds in his system. Also, Eddie Hearn added, so that's incredibly difficult for Devin Haney to take, and the fight will become a no contest. Whether it was intentional or not intentional, it was still in him when he fought. It's not fair, but every fighter deserves the opportunity, and now it's a tough fight. Ryan has now got to get himself together with Oscar and Golden Boy, and they've got to take this on. I've been there, I've done it for 2 years, I'm still going because I believe in my fighter. If they believe in Ryan Garcia, they'll have to take that fight with him.
And have system. Now, how did they get there? Because one thing we know, which is fact, is that when Ryan Garcia boxed Devin Haney, how did they get there? That's now, we've got to give the opportunity to Ryan Garcia and Golden Boy to go through the process and fight the...
For Bill Haney, he finally has a case to justify his recent rants in social media that have been targeted at different fighters and celebrities. UFC star McGregor also let rip in a post that he has unsurprisingly since deleted. McGregor called out Garcia and UFC bantamweight champion Sean O'Malley. McGregor, known for his outspoken nature, took to social media to express his disgust, initially congratulating Garcia before the failed test result and now demanding a lifetime ban for the 25-year-old boxer. McGregor went further, challenging Garcia and UFC bantamweight champion Sean O'Malley to a spar, offering to cover expenses. Cheated the weight and was juiced, lifetime ban, McGregor wrote, in a fierce post that has since been deleted. He continued, sad to see, sad to say, sad and a bit sick. Don't come near me if I see you ever, Ryan Garcia. I am actually disgusted. This PEDS reminds me of Sean O'Malley was on that as well. I don't like this. I'll bust you both up. Do you want to spar? I will set the flights right now for you both for a full-on spar each. McGregor's offer for a spar was accompanied by a warning. Hotel Black Forge in the lot, Sean O'Malley and Ryan Garcia, 2 little PEDS heads, I'll ride you both like you are ostriches. What the hell is up? What do you think you're at? McGregor then suggested if he were Haney's father, Bill Haney, there would be grace consequences. If I was Haney's sick dad, you're dead no matter what for doing that. Crazy. What the hell happened to you, you little fool? He then praised Devin Haney for his heroic performance, saying, Get your head together because I'm going to smash it in with elbows if you don't. Fair play, Devin. Well done. Your performance has just become even more heroic. Bravo. Get your head together or kill yourself. As there is no bad blood between former fighter-trainer tandem Ryan Garcia and Hall of Fame coach Joe Goossen, Goossen surprisingly came out in support of Ryan. Garcia split from Goossen after 3 fights last year, following his knockout loss to Gervonta Davis, and has since linked up with Derek James. I've known Ryan ever since he was a teenager, and I have nothing but great things to say about him because he has a great heart, Goossen told Boxing Scene. He's one of the best fighters I've ever trained. He's got so much talent that it's not even funny. He's got everything. I trained Ryan for 2 years straight and never saw anything remotely close to the same galaxy of what is being talked about now. It wasn't even talked about. Ryan would never knowingly do something like that. When he trained with me, he was dedicated. He always worked hard. Nothing about Ryan would lead me even to speculate anything in that direction. No way. Something isn't right. I cannot point the finger at Ryan. None of it makes sense to me. In my wildest dreams, I cannot conceive of Ryan Garcia purposely doing anything that would endanger his career in such a way.
The next day is nothing. And then, remember, at 10:01, he can drink and eat as much more as he wants.
Did you have any reservations about it when it was first presented in the very beginning? Like, what'd you think?
When I say a few pounds over, we're just a few pounds over. We're not. You saw Ryan today.
Is he no taco?
He didn't tackle.
Goossen guided Garcia to wins against Emmanuel Tagoe and Javier Fortuna, but Garcia couldn't overcome the southpaw Davis. Goossen then envisioned a promising future for Garcia once he gets back into fight mode, claiming he would never lose a fight to a right-hander. Ryan will never lose to a right-hander, said Goossen. He's going to be great at 147 pounds because he won't have to kill himself to make weight. He's tall and has a big frame. It's amazing and almost frightening to see him hit bags and hit people. He's one of the fastest, smartest, hardest hitters per square inch I have ever dealt with, and that's saying something.
He doesn't look gaunt. He doesn't look gaunt. He's not dry, right? Because he took that weight down very systematically. You could have 3 steaks with some eggs and 10 pounds. That's a lot of food.
And that's all for now. What do you think about Ryan Garcia's second test failure? Do you think he was truly guilty, or he's just being framed up? Let's know your thoughts in the comment section. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to turn on notifications to get alerted when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.